Hi, my name is Debbie Lawrence from Newport Live, and I'm going to deliver a seated preparation for Pilates. So I'm starting in my chair and just sitting back nice and relaxed, and you can always return to this position anytime, just have a little rest in the middle of what we're doing. So feel free at any time, if you get tired, just come back to this kind of relaxed position with your back supported at the back of the chair. Now if you're ready to have a little go, what I'm going to get you to do is just to sit up nice and tall. You can hold the chair if you want to and just shuffle your bottom forward, so minimal effort there. And place your feet firmly on the floor so that your ankles are underneath your knees. And we're going to sit up really nice and tall so that the crown of the head lengthens towards the ceiling. And then your shoulders just drop down away from your ears and your hands come to the side of your chair. And a little light pull in of the tummy. And then we're going to start with the shoulders. So just gently initially, just lift the shoulders up to the ears for 2 counts. And then slide them down for 4 counts. So you really feel the shoulders sliding away from the ears. Do that again. So it's lifting up for 2. That's it, up to the ears. And then slowly and steadily down. Trying to keep the chest open and the body lifted all the time. Another 2. So lift up. And then slide the hands down. So really trying to feel that neck lengthening now. And the shoulders moving away from the ears on that way down. So that's just our little shoulder lift and lower. And then we're going to do the same thing, but as we lift up, we're going to just squeeze the shoulders back. So you start to bring in those muscles in between the shoulder blades a little. And it's that same 2 counts to lift, and then maybe 4 counts to lower. Try and keep the head as still as you can. Maintain a comfortable breathing rhythm. And again, we're aiming for around 4 reps. You can always do more than this, but 4, it kind of just gives you a little starter loosening of those shoulders. So we're just preparing the body really here. And then you hold the shoulders down, and we're going to just focus this time on the neck. So imagine your nose sliding backwards, and the chin tucks in, and then slide forward. Now keep doing that. I'll show you a little one side on, so you can see if I put my hand here, my nose is going to move away. So tuck my chin in, and then I slide or let the head relax forward. So I slide away, and then just let the head relax forward. Do another couple of those, and the aim is just that we're lining up now our ears with our shoulders instead of the chin poking forwards. So the last one, and then we try and find somewhere in the middle that feels comfy. From there, just keeping the tummy pulled in, we're going to lightly just float the arms up. I'm doing both together, and imagine you've got your thumbs attached to balloons, so the balloons actually float the arms up. So there's minimal kind of effort to lift. You're maintaining that comfortable breathing action. You could do one arm and then the other, so I'll show you that, just one arm at a time. And then lowering down, that's lovely. And then the other arm. But if you're comfortable to do both together, go for that. Now as you're doing this, it's the shoulder joint that we're moving. So ideally, we want to keep this area nice and spacious. So try not to lift the shoulders up to the ears as you do that. Keep the neck long. And now the opportunity is, and it's only if it's available, you could take the arms maybe a little bit higher, if that feels okay, and then scoop the arms out to the side. If it isn't available, just stay with that kind of small lift and round over. Or you could go for just lifting the elbows and sliding round. But if it's available at the shoulder joint, if it's comfortable to move, just lifting the arms up and then extending them to the side. And what you should be able to do is, as you kind of lift the arms, you should be able to see your hands in your peripheral vision without having to move your head. And the breath is still nice and controlled. So again, we're just bringing in more mobility into that shoulder joint now. And again, keeping the body lifted. And then bringing the hands down. And we're going to go at this point, just pulling the tummy in so that you round the lower spine. And then come up to a seated position. I'm going to show you side on. So here is just a little pull in of the tummy so that I round my lower back. And then I uncurl or unfold and lift upright. So that little pull in the tummy, and it is an active movement of the tummy muscles. And then to lift upright. Do 2 more of those if you can. If you want to rest at any time, remember you can just come back and rest into the back of the chair and maybe just watch the video, and then when you're ready to rejoin in you can, or you can wait till another time. And again, connecting this to the breath. And then we hold up so you can really feel your sitting bones on the chair and the body nice and tall. We're going to work the spine now. So again, with the tummy in, just a little bend to one side. It doesn't matter which side you do first. You're just reaching for the side as if you're going to try and reach for something that's on the floor. But we're not leaning the body forward and back, so it's directly to the side. Now, if you want to, and if it's available, you can bring in the arm as well. We've already loosened up that shoulder joint, so it should be more comfortable now to do. And if you want to, so that's just lifting the arm, keeping a space between the shoulders and ears. And again, a little lean over. If you want to hold the chair to do that, you can. Don't have to. So see what feels best for you. And then it's the opposite arm that floats up. And again, directly to the side. So we lift the arm up and just the bend is from the spine here, so that middle section. If you want to keep the arm low, you could always put your hand on the shoulder. So that may be a little bit more comfy, but judge how it feels for you. You might want to just leave the arms down by the side all the way through. Let's do a couple more of those. So again, if it's available, the arm comes over and it's a lift up and a little bend. But if you prefer, just keep the arms down. That's lovely. Okay, the next one we're going to do is a spine twist. So again, from here, drawing the tummy in, and we just turn the body, so the head and the rest of the spine, so it's the waist from just above the tummy button to turn to look one way. Then come to centre, keeping the chest open, and that little rotation round to the other side. And again, both buttock cheeks stay on the chair. If you wanted to add a little progression, you can put your hands on your shoulders, but keep the elbows wide and the chest wide. And again, it's that little rotation one side. A breath in to prepare. Draw the tummy in and just that little rotation round to the other side. The head and the whole spine move, but the buttocks stay on the chair. And again, if it's more comfy, or if it feels comfy, maybe not more comfy, this is a little bit more challenging, is to just extend the arms. And again, keep the chest wide and the arms wide. So the thing to avoid is not bringing that hand in front. We're just keeping it up, as if you're in a coat hanger. So imagine that coat hanger shape there with the arms. So, or holding even a pole between your hands so that you can only move the spine. And it doesn't move very far, it's only a tiny, tiny movement. And then we'll come back to centre, we let the hands roll down. We might want to give our shoulders a little shake. You might want to give the back just a little rest by pulling the tummy in. You might want to rest totally and just come back to sitting in the chair, and that's fine. If you're feeling okay, we're going to go on to the ankles. So we sit up nice and tall, and then what we're going to do is lift one heel away from the floor and then lower that down. And again, drawing the tummy in, the other side, and lifting the heel away from the floor. Keeping that going, so again, tummy's pulling in. It's a little lift away from the floor. And you can support and hold the chair if you want to. And then if you want to add a little progression to that, you can come up, lift the heel, and then just extend the leg and bring it in, and then place the heel down. So we've got a little heel raise and a knee extension. Your legs are still supported by the chair, and the tummy is still pulling in, and the body is still upright. So you might feel a little bit more work going on now in this tummy area to support the spine. That's okay. Just make sure it's comfy for you, and any time you need to rest, you can do. Now place the heels down. Let's see if we can double up and do the leg and the opposite arm together. So remember the arm float. So we do this leg, we lift up onto the heel, and then we extend the leg forward and lift the opposite arm. And as that comes down, nice and slowly, we take a breath in. As we breathe out, we pull the tummy in, the other leg lifts, the heel lifts, and then we extend that knee away. And always a space between your shoulders and your ears. Keep drawing the tummy in. So we've got quite a lot more going on here from a coordination perspective. If it feels too much, just do one movement. So you might want to do just the leg and then the arm. But if you can do both together, keep going with both together. And I think we'll try for 4 more, so that's quite a challenge. But let's keep going and see how we do. If you only want to do 2 more, that's equally fine. Keep drawing the tummy in. A beautiful little lift and keeping that body nice and tall. And your last one. And just lifting the arm as comfy as it feels okay for you. And then just rest down. And from there, just create that little rounding of the spine to give a back rest. So create that little C shape and then lift up. And again, that little C shape, letting the head kind of roll with the rest of the spine so we create that C curve. Almost coming a little bit back at the sitting bones there. And then lift up again. Do 2 more of those. So again, that draw the tummy in, rounding the spine, and then lengthening and sitting up nice and tall. And 1 more. And from there, you can shuffle your bottom back, give a little rest of your back into the back of the chair. Hopefully you're keeping breathing all the way through. And that's our first little seated sequence done. So you can watch that again and go through it again, and then when you feel ready, progress on to some of the other sequences that will be performing in different starting positions. So I think the next one is in standing, and there are a couple then lying on the floor. But this is quite a nice one just to start off with, and if you want to work at a lower intensity. Okay, thank you.